Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with my first Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play. And no, even though German Reich is selected, we're not gonna play as the German Reich. No, we're going to play as Romania! Hurrah! And Iron Man mode on, historical AI focuses, regular difficulty, options, you can see all of them right here. And let's hit start! Here we go, guys. First, let's play. It is starting. So, first things first, what do I actually want to do? I think probably gonna go with the national focus here. Should go with political effort because it gives us 120 political power, and political power early game, it's very important, really. And why is it important, you ask? Well, because to add political advisors or all these research and production dudes or all the military staff here, you need political power. You also need political power to change your laws, so to speak. So that's another thing. And you also need political power for like guarantees of independence and justifying war goals and other such similar things. So political power is very, very important, as you can probably tell by now. So let's see. What's next? Well, we have picked our thing here, our focus. So what we're gonna go next with is some industry. So we're gonna go with the basic machine first. Then we're gonna go with not oil, because there's a trade. So we have tons of oil, as you can see. Since we're Romania, we're producing 70, and it's all being produced in Montania. So Montania is very important for us. Anyway, let's go ahead and research more industry stuff. So this construction here, very important. Besides that, what's also important to start researching, besides industry, is engineering, because this provides us with a research time of -2% for all technologies, and it only takes 95 days to research. So it's something that is obviously very worthwhile to actually do. What else to do now? Yeah, sorry, spacing out. Gonna go to construction, and I'm gonna build a couple of civilian factories. Right, that's what I'm gonna do. Because civilian factories, pretty important in the early game, you know? Because you're not gonna be building tons of equipment early on, so you might as well build some civilian things. So, here as you can see, you can use this nice filter for things. And I'm gonna put all my dockyards on, not actually on this, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm going to build convoys, because convoys are important. Right. And then what do I actually need? Support equipment, we don't need that much. Support equipment, towed artillery. We don't want light tanks. No, light tanks are not good for us. So what else do we need? Well, we need tons and tons of infantry, so there's that. Other than that, we're gonna have to boost up our artillery. So I'm gonna probably want 3 of those first, and then in support equipment, not much. Because support equipment, it's not the most important. Anyway, but I guess something like this should do for now. In terms of insufficient resources, well, we need some tungsten. And who else would we get tungsten from other than, well, no. So let's see who's exporting the most. It's definitely Portugal, so Portugal it's gonna be. And steel, well, let's see. Gonna go with require 15 for this trade. Ooh. Require only 2. Yeah, taking it from France is a good idea. So now we shouldn't really have more resource problems at all. Hmm. Oh yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Also gonna prioritize reinforcements over upgrades. That is important. Okay. Construction. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select everything. Then we're gonna click the good old button here. Now have this massive theater. And we can click this button here to assign a good field marshal. This guy is awesome, as you can see. 4 skill, which means 20% attack and defense. And then offensive doctrine, which is minus 10% own combat with. Now it sounds weird, right? Like, oh, it reduces your combat width. So this is bad because then you can fit not as many units as you normally could. Well, actually, it's the opposite. It doesn't reduce your combat width per se. It just makes your units take less space on the battlefield. But it's just weirded, worded a bit weird, I guess. And he's also supply consumption guy, logistics wizard. So, as you can probably tell, he's an awesome dude. Other than that, gonna want to change all these cav dudes. That's what we're gonna do. To pure infantry. Same thing with the artillery, really. We don't want any artillery units. Artillery, not artillery, my bad. Oh, I meant tanks. We don't want any tanks. Screw tanks. Huh, who needs tanks? We don't need any. What we need, though, is the power of the people. Have as many infantry units as possible. Mountaineers, not too bad either, but hey. We're gonna keep these mountaineers, and everything else is gonna be an infantry dude. So here, I'm gonna get rid of this cav brigade, because cav is, yeah, cav is cav. Not useful. So we have, oh, it's transitioning from this template, that's fine. Trade, construct. Are we still building something? Still reinforcing, so yeah. Anyway, these guys, I'm just gonna send them on the front line here. I'm gonna make them exercise, because once they start exercising, they're gonna give us some army experience. And army experience is very nice, because then you can actually modify your templates, so to speak. So we can exercise them a little bit, but not too much, because then it's going to mess up with too much with our logistics here, because we don't have a lot of equipment. So yeah. This could be a problem. Other than that, yeah, we still want to make a ton of stuff though. Oh, we're making plenty of artillery, but still not enough artillery yet whatsoever. We need more support equipment. And our research is doing very well. So we do want our industry. That's for sure. Let's see. All these research techs are very important. Everything here in industry is important, and then this line in electronic engineering is important. And the first, these two here, very important. The next levels of radar, not so important. And also, decryption I mean, encryption is better than decryption because, as you can see, it's cheaper than decryption. So if you want to be as efficient as possible with your texts, and you only want one of them, pick encryption over decryption, really. Just because it's like cheaper to research, so yeah. It's pretty good. But yeah, we'll be focusing on either superior firepower or mass assault doctrine. It's gonna be our land doctrine, so one of the two, really. And I don't want the night and day stuff because I'm not a fan of it. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it or not, but I just use it because, you know, performance. Yeah. Okay, so if we look at this, we're already starting to get some experience, but we want more experience. And why do we want more experience? Because we want to edit divisions here. And if you want to edit divisions, you have to spend experience points to actually save the divisions here, their composition. So yeah, that's pretty important as well. Let's see. I do want to add an extra infantry unit though. Like, we could have 10 infantry here. Having 10 infantry would be good. And a bit of art. Because artillery is very expensive, right? Costs a lot of production. So, yeah. I mean, here's one thing that I want to show you about the land doctrines. So, you see here? Mass assault doctrine. There is this little technology here that is possibly the best technology in the game when it comes to land doctrine. It is potentially the best. For sure, in my opinion. So what does it give you? Recruitable population plus 5%, which is an insane amount of manpower, and on top of that, it reduces the combat width of your units by 0.4, which means you can fit more units on the battlefield. So that is really, really insane. I love that. So yeah. Something to keep in mind, for sure, honestly. That's probably why we're gonna pick mass assault. So yeah. Also, speed 4 is running pretty decently. But we should be getting across very well. Still exercising our troops. Political effort almost done, and there it is, it's done. The militarization of the Rhineland. You can read that by pausing. I'm not gonna like read the events, because you can pause the video and read the events yourself. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this so it's faster. National focus though, what are we gonna go with? Personally, I think I'm gonna go with industrial effort. And here's why. So if you go with an industrial effort, you can rush this line, which gives you an insane amount of civilian factories. And then you get to these 2 research slots. This one will be able to get for sure early on. This one might take longer because we're gonna need 50 factories. So this is a very important line of tech to get early if you can. It will help a lot. Not just the civilian factories, because they will be really good in the late game, like in the longer game, but just the research slots as well. Just overall a very important line to research. So once we get this, I'm probably going to go ahead and grab construction effort 3, because it gives us more building slots. And I might be grabbing armament effort here, or if not that, I'll be getting army effort, so we can get our doctrines faster this line. So we can essentially speed up 3 doctrines if we want and get some army experience. So that would be nice. I might actually get these 3 first though, before getting the army effort. So we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go industrial effort right now anyway. So there's that. And I can also modify government. Okay, so here's the important thing. We got lots of political power for researching, not researching, but unlocking this National focus. Selecting it. Gave us like, I believe it's, how much was it? It's like 120. Yep, it's 120. So now we have 190 political power. This means we can hire one of these political advisors. And this guy is amazing because he gives plus 15% political power gain. And again, like I said, political power is very, very scarce resource in the beginning. You definitely need it. So yeah, I'm gonna grab it. But anyway, that's enough for now. So hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you next time.